World Electronic Sports Games returns with a new season, the largest championship among national teams in the history of esports. Dota 2, Hearthstone, CSGO, StarCraft 2, and $5.5 million at stake. European finals will be held in marvelous Barcelona from the 22nd to the 26th of November. Win your slot in the finals of the World Championship. Register right now.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to what is going to be our second matchup, or second map, sorry, for today. Mousesports managing to take their choice of Cobblestone, and now we head on to Inferno, a map that they're not particularly good at. I wouldn't say it's within their top few. They lost to Dignitas on it not too long ago, and Fox went absolutely ham. That was with a stand-in as well. That was in the Shanghai tournament. But I'm looking forward to see how they're going to be playing today. Of course, Oscar, definitely someone I'm looking forward to watch on this map. I think it is going to be the Orpers who genuinely excite me here, and I'm looking forward to seeing what HellRaisers actually have, because it's not a map the Mousesports are particularly good at, but I think that it's one that they could still challenge HellRaisers on. Either way, we are going to be going into our knife round. CT side going to be the choice, at least, of what either one of these teams will be wanting. Mousesports lose this map, you'll quit life. That seems a little bit over the top, buddy. I'll be honest. Either way, Mousesports are going to get the choice. Likely that they're going to decide to switch, and we will be starting them on the CT side. So, pistol round up and coming. I'm interested. Do we have more Mousesports fans or more HellRaisers fans in the chat at the moment? I'm sensing that it's Mousesports. There's a little, like, birdie whispering in my ear saying, yeah, they're probably Mousesports fans. But I just want to know if there's any HellRaisers supporters out there. HellRaisers is T-sided. We got HellRaisers easy. Mousesports. Okay, there we go. Nip. Oh, Jesus. Okay, okay, Mousesports won. Yep, I take it back. Jeez. Okay, there's some people laughing at HellRaisers fans. Okay, either way, we are going into our pistol round. Aggression. 4 players over towards B at the moment, trying to quell any aggression out. Straight peek in. Already, though, the T side have just dominated the beginning. There's still 2 more players to find, and well, make that just 1. Chris J is going to be here alone. What can he do? Well, he at least trades evenly, unlike the rest of his teammates, who have all fallen within a matter of seconds. HellRaisers fans are probably watching the Russian stream. You are correct. I sort of expected that, but I still wanted to ask anyway, because it's quite fun. Either way, though, last man, Rops. We're just waiting, just like, oh, they've gone B. Well, that didn't go very well, did it? He's going to try and rotate, see if he can maybe pick off a couple of players. Keeping the Kevlar would be nice. It could maybe give him a UMP or something instead of just going for a pistol. And he, just by being able to buy extra head armor, of course, if he wanted to. And then, ooh, never mind. Woxic, quick enough on the trigger. 3 kills from him already in this pistol round. And that is a flying start for HellRaisers. HellRaiser fan watching the English stream. Yeah, we exist. Nice. I'm glad. I don't want it to be a biased chat. Here we go, the CT side, of course, are going to be forcing into this one. No real money saved from them either, so unlikely to see an AWP early into this one. T-side have got themselves a couple of rifles for security purposes, but it's the SMGs who are going to be making the majority of the plays. You are not my caster. I don't even know what that means. A little bit of aggression coming out from the CT side over towards Banana. Quite a nice crossfire. The problem is they're now going to be forced out of the angle, and Sunny will at least get one. Does hit a second dink as well, so DevFox down to just 14 HP. And now the rotation is going to be coming in from the CT side, and this may not be the right call as the T's, I think they've expected this, start making their way back towards... Of course, of course. I feel like that's my emote. Or no, my emote's whoever the bald guy is. I don't remember his name. One man left on the site. Rops still sticking with his 5.7. Not many people going with this gun anymore. We'll see if he can show us why we should be using the 5.7. No, he can't. Doesn't even see anyone. Just gets shot straight through the box and leaves Oscar alone. Yep, thanks, Creatively. I really appreciate that. Oh, you're not even modded in this channel. Why are you not modded? That's a mistake. Oscar will at least find one. That's a UMP, but it doesn't last very long. Issa is going to be there to trade. 3 players survive for the T side, and now CTs can't really afford to invest too much more. Every player who gets a kill can basically invest that into a P250 instead. Thing is that, how would you, like... Okay, say you were going to nerf the Deagle. How would you even do it? Like, because you can't make it, like, less damage. That takes away the point of a Deagle. Less accurate. Well, that's just going to make it pure potato. I think the Deagle's fine. CZ, maybe, but then it's still got a reduced amount of ammo, and you have to... It takes still a relatively high level of skill to use it. It's just that these guys are pretty damn good. I don't know. Maybe the CZ will get nerfed. Just give it 1 bullet instead. As said, though, not... anything, in fact, invested into this one. Don't listen to the chat when they try and talk about balance. Yeah, you're probably correct. I don't know, some of these guys might be geniuses. Or genies. Either way, this round is just a slaughter. Chance for money to be made, running through the smoke. Angel actually could be caught out, so that's an extra $300 for Steeko and dropping one of the SMGs. I don't think the 5.7's anywhere near as bad as people seem to think. If you use it in a correct position, it's actually not bad at all. You just have to be holding angles. That's sort of the point of a defensive pistol. So, it's just you can't do what you can do with the CZ, but you can just run around and spray bullets and get sort of luckier kills. It's still 1 shot to the face. I reckon if the CZ does get nerfed, then we'll see a little bit more in terms of how the 5.7 can actually be used. It's just that people have gone, oh, why would we use the other pistol when this one's still so overpowered? Logical. It's like when the Scout was ridiculous. You just go, why would I not use the Scout? That was what MBK would say. Is that he was one of the main people who used the Scout, and he would say, I hate it, but I'm not going to not use it. 3 players initially over towards this B side of the map, just in case there's a rush. This is, of course, the first buy from the CT side, and Steeko is going to take the hit to make sure he can get a little bit of extra utility. But all of the CT side except Sunny actually buying head armor, which is quite interesting, especially considering how much damage they've done in the last few rounds. And, well, when you look at the buy coming out from the T side, that head armor is utterly useless. In the corner, though, Chris J is going to be able to start, just holding the angle, but DevFox, well, once you know where he is, that's quite an easy pre-fire spot. Couple of players can be probing over towards the A site. Could just look to rotate back around, and it is only Sunny currently on B. Oscar will eventually take down Zero, but not spotting anybody else. He's quickly going to try and rotate. Sunny knows this and tries to buy a little bit of time. Will at least give Oscar the chance to rotate, and there's a second player in Steeko moving as well. So they may have all of the players here. That one Molotov has done an awful lot for the CT side, and Sunny is just going to hold towards the back of the site as they look to push him out. Molotov will clear the angle. Nice shot from DevFox and a second as well, but it's still going to be left on to just Issa, who will eventually fall to Rop. CT side with the team ace, and not going to be able to retrieve the AWP, which is a little bit of a problem. However, you look at the T side money now, and it's a little bit sketchy itself. Only 1,400 going in. Angel is going to be left with that exactly. but he will be dropped an AK by Zero at least. Still, though, both teams now on a reset round. The chance for mousesports to pretty much level up the scoreline. This is aggressive from Chris J. Okay, through the smoke, takes down Angel. Nice start. Rate the caster. Oh, no. No, please. What out of? What are you rating me out of? Are you rating me for casting or looks or joke? If it's 0 out of 8. Okay, so cheers. I like you too. Very kind. One man going to be left alone. Chris J, the only defender of this B site. They've got the deep smoke, so they have gone for a bit more of a gamble. And actually, Rops goes aggressive into Apps, and he's taken down as well. Now with Chris J alone, he's got to be careful. That's such an aggressive peek to take. And leaves the B site completely open. Now, the T's don't know that, at least for now. And Sunny will be rotating in time. But a couple of pushes. Left some problems now for mousesports. Man advantage to the T side as they do look to push over towards this A side. Now, luckily, there is 2 players here. The heavier of the 2. Nade will go out. Zero's going to take some damage, and they're going to have a crossfire on the site, but the crossfire hasn't worked out so far. It's all going to be onto Stiko. They may have heard him actually drop to the site as well. He's just trying to lurk around the boxes, and they think it's clear. He'll get 1, but that is all. And now Sunny has 2 players to deal with. 1v2. Smoke. I think there's a little bit of a gap in it. We'll allow him to peek. He's hoping that somebody will make a mistake. Instead, walking into the crosshair, and already Woxig will take him down. Straight break back from the T side, resetting the economy of mousesports. Now, they have a little bit extra, so may want to just wait and go for something in the next round. 1900 will give the majority of them at least a rifle. Rops will be struggling a little bit more. Thank you, Greeners. I appreciate that. That means a lot. There you go, though. 4-1. CT side are just going to save, so they are going to have a buy in the next round. Or, well, unless they want to save even more and then buy some pistols. But when you look at it that way, you might as well just buy some pistols in this round instead. Complete stack over towards the A site. Not a single player on B. So if the T's just basically search out the map properly, they'll have a very easy round. But here comes a push into middle. Just trying to do as much damage as humanly possible. Rops will at least get 1. And Oscar, can he do anything more? There we go. Second kill. Not going to be able to retrieve the rifle, though, as Zero is waiting behind. I've just been called cute by a filthy wizard. Interesting. Thank you. Here we go, though. As said, CT side are going to be buying into this one. And actually, the majority of players are actually going to go for the FAMAS. Chris J... See, that's something I don't like. He went for head armor. Could have just bought a smoke. Especially considering he's been playing B the majority of the time. That smoke is so much more valuable than the head armor he bought. Instead, just going to be pot flashing for Sunny. Nade actually going to bounce back, and he's taken so much damage. 7 HP from a single Molotov and his own nade. Angel will pick up 1. Trade back from Chris J. The likelihood is he's going down as well. And the remaining players from mousesports, they may just want to consider saving here. Of course, the T side, they don't actually know if there's anybody on the B side, but with DevFox now pushing in, all of the information is going to be gathered, and it will be the remaining 3 players just saving. So 6-1. Almost inevitable.
Bomb has been planted.
Third map is going to be Mirage. B-side. This will be a nice economy boost for them as well. You might normally, in sort of this situation, 5-1 up, you'd think, okay, HellRaisers are probably going to hunt for this one, but they haven't actually made that much money yet. So the value of hunting hasn't built to the point where it's like, okay, if we lose 2 rifles, it's fine. It would be more along the lines of, okay, we lose 2 rifles, and actually we don't have that much cash left in the bank for all of our rebuys. So they're going to play it safe this one. Next round is where things will get a little bit more interesting. Now, for the CT side, they can pretty much get the same buy-in again, just with a load of FAMASes and drop everything over if they want to. Or they can just play with what they've got here and actually go for a big buy in the next round, which is, for me at least, sounds a lot better. I don't really see too much value in going for this. Of course, they'll have 2,900 coming in, so you can see a little bit of extra utility picked up, and in fact, even going to have some pistols as well to try and do some damage. But so far, looking very good for HellRaisers. 6-1 up. And now we are just going to see the nade stack. Couple thrown down. Angel will take the brunt of that. A little bit of damage done. Cross actually manages to take down Angel, and that's the second for Sunny as well. The 2 pistol players doing great work over on that B site. 2-man advantage. Bomb just going to fall back because, well, although it'd be nice to try and trade out those kills, chances are much more likely to die. What is going on here? Just failed boost. There we go. Eventually Oscar will get up there. Issa is going to be pushing back up Banana, maybe expecting a rotation back after winning with a couple of kills. Still going to be 2 players here, but it's the same. Well, no, sorry, it's a different 2. Oscar now has the FAMAS waiting up on the boost spot. Smoke going to be coming over, which won't affect him at all. But the nade, will it? They double nade it. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant from HellRaisers. He gets ruined by the nades, and that FAMAS will play no part in this round. 3 players still surviving. CT side have the money to buy back in next round, so they may go for this anyway. Rops and Steeko. Molotov can be thrown in. Not going to affect this, though, up on the boost spot. Steeko will get 1 and a second as well. He's made this possible. The problem is the time. No kit currently over on that CT side. Rob's not even going to be able to take down Issa, who finishes off the triple kill. Still, at least in a round where they didn't fully invest, it's not too bad. Deco can now, in fact, drop that AWP over to Oscar. This could be a complete game changer. David, you did say 1-7. I saw that. You are clearly the mastermind of this whole operation. Well done. Here we go, though. Or both sides. T side, as said, they still haven't been able to make too much money as of yet. Molotov will be going down into Banana. Already, Chris J is going to be completely dead. That's the second time he's gone for an aggressive push, and this time it doesn't pay off at all. Only going to be left alone. At least on the other side of the map, they've still got 3 players, although it could be a wraparound arch and there wouldn't be too much knowledge of it. Steeko just going to be playing the anti-flash. However, they may actually push into the stack here. This could actually work out for mousesports. A decent read on the situation. Looking like we were going to see a rotation around from Oscar just in case, and he will be holding with the AWP. 3 players on the side. This is pretty much the best case scenario for them, and Oscar will start things off. The AWP doing work already. Hits the second shot as well. Looking to try and shut this down, and has the support of his teammates. Woxic now trying to wide peek in. It will be at least 1 trade back, but he's the only man left alive, and Rops, waiting over in the pit, should have the angle if necessary. Spots the final player, and, well, you have to say there for mousesports, they get a little bit lucky, but it is still the players on the side that do the work. Oscar doubles down. And they're actually going to pick up a second AWP. So maybe Chris J is going to be handed that. I think he will. Oscar will be given back the AWP. And now they've actually got this set up at free. And you can look at the amount of money over on HellRaisers. Like, considering they've only lost 2 rounds, they really don't have that much cash. Woxic, in fact, going to be down to a glass cannon AWP. DevFox onto a UMP. And this really is mousesports' chance to actually get back into the game. Once again, though, Chris J, that fire surely has spread too far. You don't want to be pushing into it. Come on, Chris. He's going to go for the aggressive push, and stuck in the corner is going to be DevFox. Pop flash will actually get him a little bit closer. Chris J may not be expecting him to be this close. Could just shoot him through the wall, but waits patiently. Already finds a first, close to hitting a second as well. There's still going to be at least the man advantage. This time the aggression works out. Now the T's have to try and find their way back into this one. As said, their money has been absolutely ruined. It will be Oscar to at least turn things into a 5 versus 3. Though. Chris J on the site, or at the back, already doing work. Finds himself a second kill of the round. Has to be careful. Somehow, hasn't been taken down. Eventually, Angel will do the work. It's down to just Sunny. 2 players pushing in, looking to try and at least trade 1 for 1. That would be enough in this scenario, but actually, Woxic will close him down. Stico here, though, and he will double up at the end. 7 to 3. Money now going to be ruined for HellRaisers, and mousesports are back in the game. Pistols. All that is invested in this round for the T side. And already Oscar's going to wide peek. Did he actually just... Was that through the smoke? Or was there a gap in it? There must have been a little bit of a gap, right? I think, yeah, he did that intentionally. That's nice from Oscar. Will, in fact, find a second as well. It is just eco frags, but it's the little things. And they are only going to lose 1 player. 4 frags for Oscar. Now we are going to be having a buy back in for HellRaisers. Going to want to get back on this horse pretty soon, because already the money is starting to build up for the CT side. Stico and Oscar doing pretty well. The rest of the team, not with too much money at least. Push already going to be coming, taking over the apps, looking to try and split towards that short position. Only actually 2 players here. There's been some aggression from the CT side, so the read may be a little bit off. There's going to be a lot to do for Stico at this moment in time, and they've got to hold on to this rotation, and already it's left on to just Rots. The only man in the site quickly removed, and the CT side may have to consider a save here. Oscar is going to be looking for a way back into this round. They don't have a huge amount of money. That's Sunny. You don't want to shoot him. Well, maybe you do, but I wouldn't advise it. Already, Woxic is going to close down another, and yeah, in terms of getting a buy into the next round, the remaining 2 players really need to be holding onto their weapons. Chris J's already gone. Oscar seems to be looking for an exit frag, and I suppose that feels a little bit better if you're a CT player, just to go, okay, I killed 1, now I can run away. 4 to 8, though. HellRaisers, they've at least won themselves the half. Oscar going to make things a little bit more costly, and you have to remember the T side, if they are resetting the next round, the more players they lose here, the more worrying things get. At least in terms of the most important weaponry we will have. Everything saved. 4 to 8. Very good start for Woxic and Issa. The new boys on the block as well. I have to say that I was actually pretty excited when they added both of these players. I think, at least in terms of roster moves in a while, these have been maybe the most interesting. Not the like not the highest profile or like the most sort of like likely to do well, but at least in terms of actual just interesting mix. I'm like, okay, Woxic pretty good when he was in the Dark Passage team. Went into a bit more of a mix, and I was like, okay, that's not bad. And then Issa had been playing in the same sort of mix, but was like from Jordan. I'd seen him before. I think they were in some like Chosen 5 or something like that. Cast them in when I was in Dubai, and I was just like, these are really sort of weird moves, but if they work, they'll be quite cool, and seems to be doing alright for HellRaisers. They do seem to be the team that can always rebuild after losing somebody. Either way, though, once again, we're going to have this gamble. Chris J with the AWP, the only man over towards this B site. Last time they did it, he had a UMP, so to be fair, this is a little bit better, but if Woxic takes him down, this will be a big problem. It completely opens up the B site. They do have one player in the form of Sunny as a bit more of a rotator. Yeah, it was Chosen 5. I actually remember stuff occasionally. I will say I don't remember any of the other members on this team, but I remember Issa being an absolute monster. Here we go, though. Quite a lot of nades thrown in. A little bit of a push. Looking like they're just trying to sell this fake, because the bomb is still sat all the way down the bottom of Banana. Spot out from Chris J, and he finds the pick and the bomb as well. That's the most important thing. Now, running back, Sunny's going to hear the footsteps of Issa, just trying to hold off rotations, but he's failed. And now Chris J, well, he's got to perform an absolute miracle. A second kill for him. Doing work at least. If he is traded out, at least he's done some damage. And Issa, well, he's doing damage too. Unfortunately, it's to his own teammates. Now, what can Chris J do? There's only 8 seconds left on the clock. The bomb is going to be dropped from behind by Oscar. And this round is over. Great work from Chris J. A round to remember, as he stops the 3 different players and holds onto that B site alone. 5-8. Money, once again, is going to be problematic for HellRaisers. Early utility expended. Just could be some pistols this time. Ooh, Woxic! Oh, can we get a second? So close. Lots of damage done to him. Down to just 46 HP. I'm going to try and kill him with a nade, but he hasn't actually pushed that far forward just yet. Nice shot, though, from Angel. We'll leave again. Chris J, the lone survivor on this B site. It is going to be an aggressive push up. The bomb's still all the way down the bottom of Banana. Gotta be pretty careful here. Zero will retrieve it on his way past. Luckily that nobody's actually come through that angle already, though. Angel actually going to pick off a second. Bomb now rotating in. Chris J down to just 5 HP. May actually still be possible. And CT side, they're now going to spot that bomb. Or they may have done. It's crossed over already. Peak still coming back in from Oscar, trying to even things up once again. He will get the kill, but look how low all of these players are. Really, it has to be Rops to make the move. He's got to be careful, but eventually takes down another. Leaves it on to just the Glock players. Rops closing things down and leaves it with just Dev Fox. Eventually, mousesports will manage the retake, but that came a little bit too close considering what was invested for the T side. They get a bomb plant, they take 2 players, and now they go into the final round of the half with enough money to buy in a fairly decent fashion. Eight to 6. Double up setup once again for the CT side. Gonna be Chris J going for the aggressive push. And Noel tried to bait it out, but Chris J's a little bit too quick on the trigger. We're still looking to try and continue this aggression, and the Molotov will actually force them back a little bit, which meaning he can go for this repeak once again. Angel trying to make his way through, and well, Chris will at least miss one. However, he does have support, just in case, in the form of Sunny. T-side, in the meantime, have taken a little bit of control. of the apartments, but it's not something that the CT side have actively challenged in a while. We saw early on in this half that Rops was actually going a bit aggressive and was taken down a few times, so he just switches up his gameplay. Once again, this one-way smoke is in for Oscar, and it means that Issa, well, is none the wiser to the fact that his opponent is going to be peeking. But here comes the smoke over towards the B site. Angel now trying to play a little bit of chicken, and unfortunately Chris J will win it once again. Leaves just the bomb trying to push in alone. Woxic even going to fall back. 40 seconds left on the clock. If they are going to make a rotation, they've got to do it pretty quickly. It's the last round of the half, so there's no point in saving. They are going to have to push in. 25 seconds on the clock. No real time to rotate back around. Oscar's already here holding the angle. Will hit the first and leaves Woxic alone. And Stiko's going to be there to finish. 7-8, not a bad recovery considering a 7-1 deficit for mousesports. Now we have to see if they can do it on the T side, however. And being that this is HellRaisers' map pick, you'd hope that their CT side would be strong. Yeah, basically what's going to happen is, I've been told that, no matter what happens in this map, I've got to switch over to the NIP game. So, unfortunately, I will have to move over, but we don't know. Maybe mousesports will have won it by then, and it won't matter, or, unfortunately, the third map will only be on the Russian stream, but I got my orders. Either way, we're going into our pistol round. DevFox has the kit. May have bought an HE to also throw down, or did he buy a pistol? No, I'm guessing he must have thrown something. Either way. Now we're going to have Oscar hitting the dink early on. Close, will be 0. Already starts things off with a first. Looking for a little bit more. Spamming away, but he's done enough. 2 kills for him. There's still a couple more players actually on the B site for his team as well. However, Rob's taking one down over towards A may actually opt them to switch. And that's exactly what seems to be happening. Or maybe they're just going to wait. Still got plenty of time. Rotation will be coming in from the CT side as well. Woxic, only 20 HP. Gushed at the very beginning of the round. Oscar leaning around the corner is eventually going to finish him off. Leaves just one man to defend. It is going to be Issa, and he does nothing. Rops closing him down. Leaves just DevFox left. Rotation has the kit. He's bought a little bit more time for himself. The problem is he doesn't have any Kevlar with it, so not going to be the ideal situation. Running in, and well, with no armor, it is quite difficult in those situations. 8-8 mousesports are going to even up the scoreline. And now the CT side are going to be the ones forcing. Here we go, though. CT side, gambling a little bit more over towards the B side. Boost's going to be in play. And then they just have a bit of a crossfire. So all of those sort of horrible angles that nobody likes to check are going to be employed at the moment. And then they have the one man in the form of DevFox to sort of take the attention away. The idea here is that the other two are able to avoid all of the flashbangs. And then DevFox is just going to be there to try and basically say, like, almost a waving his arms, look at me. Try and hit me, the other two will try and kill you. That's the idea. Whether they actually push towards B is another thing altogether, although the bomb is slowly making its way in that direction. Rops is trying to make sure there's no aggression out from second mid or apps. How long have I been casting CS? Probably about 2 years now. Been a while. going all right. It's going all right. There we go, though. Nades can be thrown in. This is all just part of an elaborate ruse. Stiko going to try and sell the fake. Is going to be spotted. And there we go. That's the thing. That's to try and bait away from the other players. But he doesn't care because the push is now going to come in on the other side of the map. Issa will at least be able to find one. There's still a man on the site they have to deal with. But Woxic has too many angles to check. And the bomb will now be going down. The remaining players so slow to rotate away. But actually, Issa is still going to find another. Got to be careful, though. Oh, Stiko, this is going to be a nice, easy kill for him. And the AK pick back up. CT side trying to rotate in as fast as possible. They actually have 2 kits in this situation, so there is a chance. They don't have to move as quickly as they would have done. Only have pistols, no utility to play with, but the same can be said for the T side. Well, other than the pistols part already. Lots of damage being done, but this position from Stiko is so valuable. Now he's the only one left alive. Sprays down a second. Bomb is just going to have to be defused, if anything, and I don't think DevFox has it. It's going to be very close indeed. Maybe just about. He manages to defuse the bomb, and HellRaisers have stolen that. I was thinking for sure that that bomb's going off. My bad. Mousesports are now going to have to force things up. That is a mistake of a round. I don't think I've ever... I'm confused. Were both of those kits over towards the B site as well? Because I think 2 of the rotating players actually had kits. That's quite a weird one, actually. Double nade throwing in. Get wrecked, Oscar. Absolutely destroyed. Chris J. I'm the only one left onto Banana. Going to be flashed through. Looking for the peak. Not found anything just yet. In fact, it's just going to fall back. Of course, in terms of the buys, T side, or CT side, sorry, have quite an advantage. Thank you, Fistball. Here we go, though. Quick rotation back around towards A. Woxic going to be sat up on the box. Already his teammate's going to go down, but that's a lovely spray. Gets 2, keeps the man advantage with his team, and now the range versus Rop should be enough. And once again, it's going to be Stiko. This time into a 1 versus 3. Raise the first. Second going to be pushing, but eventually Zero is there to trade. Another round on the board for HellRaisers. They will be taking a 10th. Oh, what is going on here? And now mousesports, the likelihood is they're just going to have to save this one. Get in some pistols. You can spend all that extra money you just made off of the bomb plant. Actually, they are going to go pretty much all in. This is a very heavy buy from mousesports. Like, they did a decent amount of damage in the last round, so there is still a chance to actually reset this, but... No, already Oscar's going to be going down. All that extra utility is removed from his hands at least. Really peculiar buy coming out from them. They would have had 2,400 going into the next round anyway. Mac 10 picked up for Stiko. The only real logic behind it is they're thinking of just trying to reset that economy, breaking HellRaisers as early as possible, not allowing them all that extra utility. But this is a bit of a peculiar spot to be in already. Push can be coming in. Zero manages to find a second kill of the round. The smoke will just hold the T's back for now. A minute left on the clock. No rotation yet for the CT side. I don't think they feel like it's necessary. There we go, though. Push coming in. Zero going to be holding, already sprays down one. There is only going to be one more man left on the side, but the rotation is very quick indeed from Woxic. He'll be pushing off another, and every time it just seems to be getting slightly worse for Stico. Now he's into a 1 versus 4. It's increased by 1, and as the smoke fades away, he's tagged down to just 17 HP. At least makes himself a little bit of money. Fox is just going to be there to close him down in the end. 11-8. I would say this is probably a CT-sided map. But it relies very heavily on a lot of utility. So, if you can actually break the economy of your opponents, then it does become a lot more T-sided. I personally would say CT-sided, though. If I put 4x versus 4x, that is where it becomes CT-sided. Caster is wrong. Okay. Oh, fine. Anybody can have a difference of opinion. There we go, though. Chris J, very aggressive push, and both players will be absolutely slaughtered. Lots of damage done by the nades, though, and the retake should be coming in fairly soon. Push can be coming in. Sunny already in the corner, has himself an AK, and actually closes down one more. Issa's the only one left alive. Everybody's low, however, and he will at least turn things back into a 2 versus 1. He has a decent chance still to do this. However, will be Molotoved off for now. And eventually, he's going to have to fall back. A brilliant round from mousesports, picking up the pace. They're all tagged so very low indeed. But he is going to be able to do enough. One player will even die to the bomb in the end, so it's still going to be very costly for mousesports. But you have to remember, that was their eco round. That was a round where they were saving all of that money, and this is where it's all going to be spent. Orp will come in onto Oscar. And this is where the T-side really could shine, because as I said, if you have all the utility, this map becomes more CT-sided. You can have the Molotovs onto Banana. You can section off portions of the map. But the utility is starting to dwindle for HellRaisers. They've actually had to drop down to a FAMAS just so that Zero can even have a smoke. They've only got one kit onto Issa as well. And with reduced utility, that's where the Ts can start to pick up more and more rounds. Sunny going to be looking for the aggression into apps. CT side still playing a more standard role this time. We haven't seen any sort of early rotations from them. We haven't seen a gamble over towards the A site or a setup of that AWP. And it just means that mousesports, well, after waiting, are just going to have to go for some sort of execute. Holding the cross will be Angel, but he's just going to be flashed out of position as they look to wrap around, but he will be able to find one through the smoke, and it's the bomb. Woxic already picks up a second. Spray down from Sunny. Will at least be able to trade something back. And looking for the man on the site, it is just going to be Woxic holding in the corner, who has been spotted out. Simple kill for Sunny, and Oscar holding rotations will at least turn it 2v2. Now this is where utility could hit them. They don't have a kit anymore. Unless they're going to be able to find it on the body of their teammate. Sunny, still just going to be waiting on the site. Here's all of the footsteps. Ow! Sprays down both, and it's a big round for Sunny. Even retrieves an AWP for his teammate. And now the money for HellRaisers is absolutely ruined. 10-11, mousesports right back in the game. And now we're just going to see an eco round from HellRaisers. They'll have 2,400 coming into the next. We're actually going to have a pause from mousesports instead. Eco round win. Seems to be what has brought mousesports back into the game. Fast push. Completely caught the CT side off guard. Now, HellRaisers don't really have the choice but to eco in this round, unless they wanted to go for a force here and then save for the next couple and get themselves a little bit more loss bonus. However, looking like we have a bit of a mic problem, unfortunately. So we are just going to be having to wait. You need to buy food. What are you getting? I'm interested now. How did you get into casting? Genuinely, there was a website called eSports Jobs. And I applied to do, like, just for a team. Like a team that you will never have heard of. And just from there, got some like small Lithuanian stuff. They then asked me to do an event, and eventually just grinded until I got into Starladder. And now I'm doing alright. Trying another mic. Okay. You like cheese? Interesting. You're doing great. Thank you, Fishspore. I wouldn't go that far. Your name is McDonald's Nuggets. I like you. Not only your name, but also the actual Nuggets themselves. What's your favorite team? I've said it before, I'll say it again. I don't really have a favorite team. I quite like G2, but I think it's just the individual players a lot of the time that I like. Like, I like Shocks. I quite like Snacks. They're just players that... They're sort of the more sneaky players. The one who make plays where I'm just like, I genuinely don't understand how you've done that. They're the people that I really like. Sound like Squidward. Never heard that one before. I probably look like him too. We got the same hairstyle. Snacks on G2? No. Still just, maybe someone went to the toilet. It's possible. Pizza delivery. Love you too, Paula. What shampoo are you using? Ah, I'm using, Pantene. You also play CSGO. It depends what you mean by play. I lose at CSGO. Yeah, that happens all the time. I'm currently Supreme, but I basically just play a match every once in a while just to keep the rank. I'm not very good. Yeah, no, you know, are you also gonna... Do you want me to do one of those hairstyling videos? It's gonna be quite short, I'll be honest. What do you think about Oscar? Oscar's a beast. If I had like 10% of his skill, I'd be quite happy. Either way. We are back into the round. It is going to be a force buy actually coming in from the CT side. So this was something we spoke about. I was like, they could force buy here, try and do some damage, maybe steal around, and then they'll have to eco in the next one anyway. But they'll have a bit more money, and they'll have that extra utility, which is so important on this. I think Stico may have actually just hit Sunny through the wall, so a little bit of a miss there. Still, T-side may expect there to be more of an eco in this round. Chris J has got a UMP. Rotation is going to be coming back towards the B site, though, and unfortunately, there's only one man here. Now, DevFox, he's pretty good with this Deagle. However, well, I want to say it's very unlikely to hit 5 Deagle shots, because we have seen it before. Thank you, Mr. Vincent. Happy for that. I would have said his surname, but I genuinely don't remember it. Rops has actually managed to not buy any armor, as all of you have clearly spotted before I had. Maybe you should take my job. But here we go. DevFox alone on the site. He's going to use the smoke. And actually, the T's just sitting behind it at the moment. I'm expecting maybe a pop flash, because they're getting down to the 25-second mark. Interesting that nobody has rotated. The CTs are just like, no, we're staying here. Maybe they're just going to say, okay, if DevFox can kill everyone, great. If not, we'll just hold on to our weapons. But here we go. Push in. One man. Not able to hit anything so far. Lots of missed shots. And Stiko will be there to finish him off in the end.
Bomb has been planted.
Bomb will be going down. And yeah, as said, CT side, just hold on to your pistols. I'm actually perfectly okay with this. Just go for a gamble. If it doesn't work, then just hold on to what you've got, bring it into the next round, and have another go. You'll have a little bit of utility. They could probably even buy down a little bit more because they're going to have 2,400 plus the 2,900 they'll get in the next round anyway. And yeah, it will be 11-11. Mousesports are going to even things up. Yeah, no, with the big versus NIP game, once this map is done, unfortunately, even if HellRaisers win, I have been told I have to switch over to the other map. So, you can hate me all you want, but yeah, unfortunately, that is the scenario. I think it's because obviously there's a lot more sort of CIS people watching this match, so the Russian stream will carry on casting that one. But we'll see. Maybe it won't matter. Maybe mousesports will win. They are starting to pull a streak together. Worst caster I've ever seen. But you haven't seen me. You've only heard me. Ha ha! Deep smoke coming out from the CT side. Of course, they've still only got the pistols again. As said, they've invested a little bit more into utility. DevFox not going to buy anything. Caster has no emotion. There you go there. A little bit of extra utility expended over towards Banana. Won't do too much. Oscar just going to be playing patiently, waiting. I'm pretty sure the other game isn't going to start before this one is done, by the way. So don't worry about that. Oh, you're teasing Oscar. That's dangerous. It's like poking a bear with a stick. You don't really want to do it. The nip game will be coming up after this map. So don't worry. You don't have to go anywhere. You can just sit here and chill with me. Either way, though. Push can be coming towards that A site. Woxic with a little bit of a pre-fire. Not going to find anything as of yet, and the wraparound is going to make things very difficult because those pistols, not that great at range. They are, however, doing damage onto the men on shore. Oscar will be there to trade one and a second back as well, and it is going to be domination for mousesports on the site. 2 players remaining. Don't actually have that much, so they may just want to push in here and try and do some damage. At the same time, they still have Kevlar, so, you know, not really worth too much of a risk. You could see Angel probably just trying to steal a gun away and run for the hills. But Zero is just opting to save everything. He'll get 2,900 into the next round. Could even drop an AWP, which would make things a little bit cheaper for Woxic, who is likely to... Well, he'll have an AWP and armor, actually, so it may not matter at all. Oh, yeah, I love Matty B raps as well. He's great.
Terrorists win.
4 players surviving for mousesports. Their money is now starting to boom, especially off the last few rounds where you sort of see a double save or a double sort of force pistol buy thing coming out. Who's the caster? Well, the Waffle. If you type !caster in the chat, it will take you to my Twitter, where I post stupid pictures. For example, a picture of a hare with a pancake on the top of its head. If that's what you're looking for, then you can check out my Twitter. Here we go, though. Aggressive push already. Challenging for Banana. 3 players initially over towards the B side, but it's looking like maybe Angel was only there to throw a nade and then back out. He would just try and set up the other 2 players, and well, set up he does. DevFox is going to pick up the first. Zero with the second as well, holding down this B side. They saved for all this utility, and it's being put to use. Nice work from the CT side, leaving Oscar and Rops to try and hold on. Okay, so clearly there's a bit of a delay on the command. Whew. Still, push coming in from Oscar. He still wants this B site. He doesn't like being denied. that actually turned it into a 2 versus 3. Rotation will quickly begin to come in from Issa. There's only going to be one defender now, DevFox, to hold onto the site. Rops will peek out and he takes him down. No real trouble. Just trying to pre-fire the angle, and, well, both players will end up a little bit flashed. But it's still going to be 12 to 12. HellRaisers do win themselves another round. The fact is, though, there's so much money for mousesports. Where's exclamation mark caster? Me! Me! Yeah, so much money for mousesports that they will be able to have the chance to break back. In fact, well, in the next round it's going to be a little bit more difficult, but if they get a bomb plant here, they would still have enough money. How am I? I'm great. How are you? Angel, aggressive peek, already starts things off and just falls back. Doesn't look to take any more aggression. Sonny, currently at the bottom of the board at the moment. Not what you want to see in a mousesports game. You want to see him like right alongside Oscar, who is 25 and 15 at the moment. Woxic, however, catches some more aggression. CT side actually still pushing. They've got to be careful because DevFox is now on that secondary AWP. This is something I've always wanted to see with this team because DevFox was, of course, primary AWPer of the previous. Here we go, though. Chris J looking for the entry. However, DevFox is there to defend once again. Deco may just try and hold on to this AWP. Does take down one, at least making things a little bit more costly for the CT side. It is Deco versus his old team. Still a 4 versus 1. Looking like they're trying to get this AWP out of his hands. Fair enough, really, because you don't want that into the hands of Oscar. But Deco showing, nope, I can AWP too. How many players are you going to be able to take down? There's only 10 seconds left, so he can't win the round, but he can make things very costly indeed. 3 players now drop for the CT side. They don't even have that much money to reinvest with, so this has actually been quite a mistake from them, and Steeko's just going to hold on to the AWP, so no trouble there. He'll be able to buy himself maybe a Galil into the next round and can drop an AWP over to Oscar. And this buy really isn't going to be that bad at all from mousesports, with a big chance to now break the economy back. Here we go, though. 13 to 12. T-side economy on the brink. The same can be said for the CTs. The winner of the round, well, winner of the map may be a little bit excessive, but that could be the case. If mousesports win, likelihood is the next one will either be a force or a freebie. It'll be a little bit more interesting if the HellRaisers win, because there's actually a loss bonus starting to build up. For mousesports at least. They are going to go challenging into apps once again. Issa is the man waiting on the other side. When is the final? Pretty sure the final's tomorrow. Alongside the Shanghai qualifier final. So, I got 2 finals to cast tomorrow, which should be fun. B side are looking to just gather up towards the A site. You got Woxic holding onto short. Support from Issa up above. And then just one man on Arch in the form of Angel. It will be a long rotation from the remaining 2 players. The question is, how is this hold going to work out for HellRaisers already? Rops pushing in. Doesn't expect the man to be close, but he will just bait out the shots. Trade in already. But it is going to be onto Oscar. See how much he can do already. Picks up a first. Peeks back out and finds a second as well. 2 versus 2 as the rotation will now be coming back in. Smoke will be left onto the cross. Looking like the CT side may just go running straight through it. They're not waiting for this bomb to go down. However, Oscar's still hitting shots, looking for his 4th of the round as the peak comes back in. And this is what this man can do. The star of the team, and there is a reason. 29 and 16. 29 and 16. 7 MVPs. We don't normally look at the stars at all, but there's a reason he has that many. CT side are going to be forcing once again. If they lose this round, they may actually either have to just keep forcing or completely eco. And then, well, we're running out of rounds. B-side. Just got to play this one safe. They did take quite a bit of damage themselves in the last round. And, well, Chris J's going to start this round off in a similar fashion. Still looking to try and just probe over towards Banana. Woxic with a little bit of a one-way. Quite like that smoke. Now every single one of the T's is just going to gather up. Zero, still waiting here. No utility left. DevFox still has a smoke and a flashbang, and they could at least leave this very late indeed for the push to be able to come in. And they've even rotated over a third player with another smoke, so they've held on to an awful lot of utility. Eventually, the T's are either just going to have to run through this, which has quite a lot of risk behind it. And there we go. Even more damage done by the nades. Already starting things off. The CT side are doing great work. They've taken down 2 players. Rotation back may take too much time. And another smoke now thrown in from Angel. This is brilliant from HellRaisers. They've just left this T side in a bit of a ruckus where they're either going to just have to save or run back to A. And I think they're just saving. The Pistols have done it. It's going to be a 14th round for HellRaisers. They're going to try and deny any weaponry from being picked up, but just smart utility usage. That's all it's taken. And, well, eventually Oscar will at least get 1 kill, but mousesports had no choice but to save just to make sure they can even buy into the next round. Will be his 30th kill, at least. Something for the numbers. But once again, we're into a crunch time round. Both teams with no money left. Peek out already. Angel going to be going down. Push in. From Sunny, looking for the pick, and he actually picks up a second already. Leaves just 1 man to defend. It will be Woxic versus 4, and he fails. Leaves just 1 man left, and it's a quick dismantlement of the CT side. 1 brilliant round crushed by another from mousesports. 14-14, the CT side. If they do force this one, they're going to be in some real trouble. And mousesports are actually going to slow the pace a little bit. Take a tactical pause themselves. The last few rounds have been ridiculous. I think HellRaisers could probably use this pause a little bit more. If they save here, they'll get 1900. For a couple of the players, that'll be worth it. DevFox may even be able to get an AWP. Zero can get a rifle. However, the rest of the team, it won't make that much of a difference. They'll just be with UMPs. If they force it now, okay, DevFox can get a rifle, maybe a UMP for Zero. And it will be some more pistols, or just a lot of utility. They managed to do it once, however. You can see the difference in the last round from mousesports where they just said, okay, you're going to hold behind smoke, so we're just going to run straight through them. Hit towards the A site where already a little bit more of a reduction. Yep, the big versus NIP game will be here. Don't worry about that. After this map, we are switching over to that other match. Here we go, though. It is going to be the risk. The 4 spy. CT side, this time playing much more aggressive over towards the B site. Taking over banana control, going to try and play in some more close range angles. However, the T side, after the last successful round on A, looking like they're going to try and continue in that same sort of fashion. The bomb, actually the furthest back, so has to be a little bit careful here. Oscar just going to be trying to hold for any rotations. Actually, they're going to sneak round. This is quite bad for the CT side, because yes, they have banana control. Brilliant for them. But the T side are going to be able to sneak all the way back in behind them. And great, you can have banana, but that doesn't really help you at all. It will just leave you in the same retake scenario, and this is brilliant from mousesports. They're even leaving players, just stopping off. Rops, you're now going to lurk in this spot as they try and rotate back. The only problem will be is Oscar's going to be absolutely ruined. Now we see the fallback. I think Angel might have a bit of a nasty surprise. He's thinking, oh, there's actually a possibility. They've wrapped around and they're already there. Sunny on the site and leaves it into a 4v4, but with the bomb down and a horrible afterplant position. I think the CT side, they may just have to try and hold on to their weaponry here. Looking like DevFox is going to look to try and at least find a pick, and well, that should have been an easy kill. Never mind. Chris J will survive by the skin of his teeth. Now they're all going to go pushing in. Sunny holding the angle, gets it first. They're trying to run back through the smokes like we saw in the previous round. And have decided, okay, we've got a couple of UMPs. We've saved the AWP. Let's save and try and play for overtime. It will be 15 on the board for mousesports. East side are just all going to be exiting the site, looking to try and find something. Actually line up for DevFox. He doesn't get Chris J, however, and there's plenty of money for mousesports to buy back into this one. 15-14, map and series point, grand final point for mousesports. If they do win this one, we're going to find out who will be joining them straight afterwards with NIP versus Big. Here we go, though. UMPs across the board, along with that one AWP handed over to Woxic. I'm going to see a little bit more of a stack towards that B site with the rotation coming in from Angel. B side. We're going to be gathered around apartments. Looking like we may see a little bit of aggression out. They've got to be careful because Chris J's still going to be waiting at the bottom. Overtime's still a possibility here. The buy is not the worst. They do have themselves a decent amount of utility, although quite a lot of that has been expended already. Re-smoke coming in. Sunny looking to try and find the peak. Already going to be flashing out. Does move some of the players back towards the A side, and this is where the execute comes in. Can the CT side hold on? Issa will at least be able to find one. Switches over to the AK as well, but quickly traded out, and it leaves just the rotators to try and save them here. Zero with a quick frag. At least gives them a chance, but the second will not come. And DevFox remains the only man left. He's caught out. mousesports are going to take this in a 2-0, as they will get through to the grand final, a close series. And we're now going to be going straight into our next matchup. Make sure you don't go anywhere. If you have enjoyed the cast, don't forget you could type !cast. Every follow is appreciated. And we'll be back, as said, shortly with NIP versus Big.
World Electronic Sports Games returns with a new season, the largest championship among national teams in the history of esports. Dota 2, Hearthstone, CSGO, StarCraft 2, and $5.5 million at stake. European finals will be held in marvelous Barcelona from the 22nd to the 26th of November. Win your slot in the finals of the World Championship. Register right now.